We made each other laugh and smile. That's why I need you around. When I'm with you, I'm the happiest. Cause you're the purpose for my happiness. I dedicate this song to you. I don't know what I would do if you...
Hey guys, it's just me in this video. I'm going to be doing my story time about my labor and delivery and about how I found out I was pregnant. Last year, around August, the end of August, I was feeling like really sick. Like I couldn't keep anything down at all. I would get like really bad headaches all the time, and I would sleep a lot. And then I remember just getting up to go like use the bathroom at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and that was weird because I slept heavy. Like I was always a heavy sleeper, so like it was really weird. But it never occurred to me that I could be pregnant. So I just thought that I had a stomach virus or I was just sick. I didn't think I was pregnant, even though I was having sex. I really didn't think I was going to be pregnant, whatever. So it was like a little bit into the month, like a little bit into September, in the beginning of September. I remember having a dream about my mom. She was telling me about like, oh, I bought you and your sister clothes, like matching baby clothes. The baby's going to be so pretty. I hope she has a lot of hair and stuff like that. So I remember waking up from my dream and I just sat here. So I ran upstairs to my mom's room and she had real, like, actual baby clothes in her closet. So I'm like, yo, what the... Okay. So I just brushed it off for a couple hours and I'm back in the room. I'm on YouTube, Googling my symptoms and stuff. So everything I popped, like all my symptoms that I Googled, popped up pregnancy. I was like, no, I'm not pregnant, no. So I called my brother. I'm like, hey, can you take me to the dollar store to get something for my friend? So I ended up buying 2 of the Dollar Tree tests, the pregnancy tests, and I took both of them. As I was taking them, I remember taking one of the tests, and I looked at it, and it was only one line on it. I'm like, yes, thank God. I'm like, thank goodness I'm not pregnant. Like, I'm so happy like I wasn't pregnant. And then I'm like, let me just take the other one just in case. So I took the other one. They both was negative. I was like, okay, cool. And as I was wrapping up in tissue, I happened to look at it, and it was 2 lines. The other line popped up. I just remember instantly start crying. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus, no. I'm not about to have a baby. Like, no, this could not be real. Like, everything in me was so in denial at this point still, even though I seen the 2 lines. I'm just like, you know what? These Dollar Tree tests, they not, what? No, Dollar Tree, no. So I'm like, whatever. So I ran downstairs and I asked my brother's girlfriend, like, hey, what is this? Like, does this mean I'm pregnant, or is it just like the test, something on the test? And she like, girl, you're pregnant. I was like, no. So I went in the room. I called my brother again. Was like, yeah, I got the wrong thing. I need you to take me back up to the store. Yeah, my friend on her way. I need to get something else. So I ended up going to CVS, and I bought 2 Clear Blue tests. The Clear Blue test, it just pops up pregnant. And I remember I took the 2 tests. So I took one of them, and I remember just before I even lifted up, it popped up pregnant. I was like, I instantly bust out in tears. I was crying. I remember taking the other test out the box, and he was like, I was like, wait, stay right here. I'm gonna take the other one. And he was like, okay, take it. So I took the test and came back positive again, and I gave it to him. And he was like, dude, you're pregnant. I was like, I know. My mom didn't actually like find out. I told her. I emailed her, and she didn't email me right away because she was at work. So I called her and I was like, hey, did you get my email? I need to tell you something. And my dad was in the background like, what's wrong with her? What she need to tell you? Didn't I, And I'm just like, I'm gonna talk to you when you get off work. But I'm like, wait, why is my dad in the background? So I guess my mom left work early. So I'm like, oh shit, she about to come home. She about to be like, what's wrong? Asking questions. So I just text her phone, was like, I'm about to send you a picture, walk away from my dad, so he won't see what I'm about to send you. She texted back like, okay. So I sent her the picture of my pregnancy test. She called me within 3 seconds. Decline. Wasn't trying to hear it. No. She called back. She called back within 3 seconds of me declining her call. Declined it again. A few minutes, and then she called back again for the 3rd time, and I answered. I'm like, hello? She like, whose is that? I'm like, mine. And she like, girl, bye. You ain't been fucking. You ain't been da-da-da. I'm like, that's my test. And she was like, okay, so what now? And I was like, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? And then she was like, I don't believe you. We're going to have to take another one when I get there. Da, da, da. So I'm like, okay. By the time she got back, every store was closed, so I couldn't go get another test. So in the morning, we went to urgent care. They called me my name, and I went inside the room with the doctor. And she was like, your pregnancy test came back positive. Do you want us to tell your mother, or do you want us to tell her yourself? And I was like, you can tell her to come back in here, and I will tell her. We can tell her. And then she was like, okay. So she was with my mom, and my mom came in the room, and I was just sitting there like this. And my mom looking at me, and the doctor was like, well, your daughter's pregnant. And my mom was crying. Like she was crying, but I guess it was tears of joy, because when the doctor left out the room, she's like, I am so happy. Oh my, this is unreal. You know, talking. I'm just sitting there looking at her like, sis, I'm pregnant. You know what I did to get this baby in me? Okay. So we left the doctor, and we told my dad I was going because I was sick. Like I was, you know, my stomach was hurting and stuff. He already knew before I even told him. We was in the car, and he was like, you got something to tell me? I'm like, no. He's like, you sure? I'm like, nothing. No. He was like, nothing at all. I'm like, nope, nothing. He said, what the doctor said? I said, she gave me these pills for stomach virus. He told me, you know I know, right? I'm like, he like, right? I said, right. And then he was like, I'm not mad at you. The whole time we was having this conversation, my ass was on fire. Like, I just thought he was going to say some hard shit. It was going to hurt my feelings. All of the good stuff. He was cool, though. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Cool. So, I don't remember how I announced it on social media for real. Like, I remember the first picture I actually posted on my page. I'll insert it in the video. That was the first picture I first posted on social media, like, ever, of, like, my stomach and, like, the baby. Yeah, everybody was commenting, like, oh my god, congratulations. Oh, she's gonna look just like you, da-da-da. Whatever. So, but yeah, if you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you again for another video. Bye, guys.